So this one I'm going to release for everybody. If you're seeing this on YouTube, these are usually released on Patreon. This is also going to be there as well, but I needed to, I'm not going to be able to stream a lot this week because it's South by Southwest. This is a crazy week for us in Austin. I literally only have one real night off, and that is Tuesday. So we will be getting a stream on tomorrow night and Tuesday, and I'll be addressing the same thing then, but I kind of wanted to just give you guys a heads up. I get in my head about shit and then I'll have little things that'll happen that'll kind of confirm that maybe I should switch it up, maybe I should change it up or whatever. And I know that I'm streaming a game that's 15 years old. And to be honest, I don't care that a game's 15 years old. It wasn't a problem when I was streaming retro Nintendo games from the literal 80s. But apparently if I'm playing a game that's 15 years old, that's kind of a problem for some people, which whatever. But I just kind of like, I get discouraged very easily, and I shouldn't be like that. And I kind of feel guilty for feeling that way because it feels like it's teetering on the edge of woke, to where I would be able to say things like, well, I'm doing this thing that really makes me feel good. Why are you trying to get in the way of something, of me doing what feels good for me? You can do what feels good for you. Why can't I do the same for myself? But I don't want to go there. But that's how I feel. And it's frustrating, man. But that being said, just because of all of the shit that happened in Virtual Red Band last night, just because of that, that's not why I'm not streaming this week. And that's why I'm getting ahead of this and releasing this video now to everybody. But yeah, that's not why we're not streaming this week. We're not streaming this week because I'm going to be fucking exhausted, and I literally only have one day off. So this week won't be as stream heavy as they have been, and that's kind of a double-edged sword, because I kind of have been relying lately on the endorphins I get from these streams going well with real viewers that are totally not bots. I've been really relying on that lately, so I'm gonna not only be exhausted and kind of at work a lot, which will be nice for my check when it comes around. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not because Red Band said, why you're streaming a game that's 15 years old and you're basically stupid for doing that. It's because I'm busy at work, and this is going to be an insane week, and I'm not excited for it at all. Like this, it's gonna suck. It's already sucking. I'm supposed to be there in 5 minutes. I'm at least 15 minutes away, and it's probably going to take me 10 to park and then 10 more to walk to work. I'm going to be very late today. I don't like doing that. I used to be on time all the time. I used to be 30 minutes early every day. But now, just falling back into my super old ways of showing up late, everything starting a half hour late. Yeah, I used to be real bad about that. And now I'm that way again, and it's kind of like depressing, to be honest. And I'm really struggling to stay awake. I'm really struggling to wake up, get out of bed, which are the signs of depression. So I'm already in my head about just my normal idiot brain. I'm already in my head about all of that. So adding all of the extra, like, well, I can't get my video. I can't get the video angle right when I stream my Secret Show sets. I'm streaming a game that's 15 years old, and nobody wants to see that, even though I'm literally getting more views on this than I've gotten on anything I've ever done. But yeah, nobody wants to see it. And on top of everything else, I also got to now add that to my plate, and it's getting to me, and I really wish it wasn't, and I wish I were strong enough to be able to avoid it getting to me, but I'm not there yet. I will be, and that's obviously the goal. I will be there one day, and I will be able to deal with all this shit, but today ain't that day. And I really like get to a certain point, like, where is there anything that I am doing right? Is there anything that I am doing well, or is it just if I do a thing, it's the wrong way, no matter if it's the right way to do it, because I do it, it's the wrong way. Because that's how I feel. And I don't mean for that to be the case. Those obviously aren't. It obviously isn't my intention to release a bad content. And I do know that those Secret Show live streams is probably not the best content. But I don't know. Maybe I will be able to. I don't know. Maybe I will be able to release a better product if I don't live stream it. But see, I'm getting mixed signals, because I go live and they're playing it in the green room like they really enjoy the thing that comes out. Like, they weren't doing that when they weren't putting it on the TV in the green room, and Red Band wasn't putting it in his story like he is now every week. So I'm really getting mixed signals about what I'm supposed to do, and I got nothing but respect, and I trust what's being told to me. So I mean, I don't know what to do. and it's kind of making me sad. And by kind of, I mean like really making me sad. I just want to do good. I just want to. I thought I was. I thought. I don't know. It's almost like when I was learning how to play guitar, I remember getting to a point where I was like doing better than I'd ever done before. And I remember going to my granddad and being like, "Hey, look at this thing that I learned." And he would kind of like point out the things I was doing incorrectly. And that was like his style of teaching me. But this kind of gives me like a little, it reminds me of that. Like almost PTSD in a way of like, hey, I'm doing this thing now. Check this out. This thing that you do, I do really well like now. I feel like, well, not really well, but I feel like I'm getting much better at this thing that I do. And it's almost like, yeah, well, oh, by the way, that thing that you think you're doing really well, you're actually doing badly. And let me explain to you how. And it just kind of sucks. Our trash can blew away out front of our house the other day, so we haven't had a trash can to like put our garbage in, like a roller can that they pick up. And that's been frustrating. There's a truck in front of me with a bunch of bags of trash on it. That's what made me think of that. ADD. I don't know, man. I just because like I kind of like, I don't know. I kind of got reamed last night in VR for doing a thing that I thought was good. And I know that I gotta get better audio, but like I don't want to be in a situation to where I'm saying, "Hey, I know this thing that I'm doing needs to be corrected, and I know the way in which it needs to be corrected." Then to have someone just turn around and tell me, "Hey, this thing you're doing sucks," and I'm like, I literally kind of just said that. Like, that's sort of what I was just saying just a second ago. That I need to do this thing better. Like, yeah, I know. I know I need to do. I know there's room for improvement here. That's not lost on me. But I don't know, man. I know that all of this is coming from like a place of love. And I know it is, and just I can recognize that and appreciate that. I'm already bummed out, you know. And when you look up to somebody a lot, and then find out like that something you're doing is disappointing them like that, it puts you in a, if you have the kind of brain and heart that I do, it puts you in a precarious position and a fragile position. And once again, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that that is true. And I realize that's something that I really need to fix in myself, because I know that once this, like, my life and my career and all of these things are on an incline right now. So like, it's, all of these things are going to become more and more prevalent, I guess I should say. Like these, like, I'm just saying, I'm going to be running into things like this for the rest of my life, and they're going to become increasingly they're going to be coming in, increasingly occurring. I know that's not the right way to say what I'm trying to say. These things are going to happen a lot, and they're going to come up a lot. And I got to get better at dealing with it. I got to get better than just like turning into that little boy in my mind and just like kind of, my head to the ground, and like I've disappointed my granddad again when I thought I'd done something good. I gotta understand that I'm doing these things for me, and I gotta commit too. Like I gotta stop feeling like I shouldn't do a thing. I gotta stop feeling like I shouldn't do a thing because anyone thinks that I should. Like, if it feels right to do, and like following my gut has landed me in this situation that I'm in, and my gut tells me that I'm doing the right thing, and I'm getting confirmation from the universe, or whatever you want to call that thing. I'm getting confirmation that what I'm doing is the right thing. Yeah. See, that's why I like to do these things like this, because it's better if I'm by myself and I talk my way through these things that I'm thinking about, rather than like holding them in and bottling them up and letting them become something more volatile and fermented than just releasing them while they're still fresh, so that I can, because the thing is if you let problems simmer inside, like if you let them, by the way, I'm behind Brother Ben Grelly here. I'll show you guys Brother Ben Grelly in his car. I'm just like, if you let problems get inside your head and stay there, then they become less about the issue that created the problem and more about the person you had the problem with, which is so unhealthy. Like, because problems are problems. And so problems are problems with people that you love or you're close to. But people are rarely the problem. It's usually like there's a separate issue that exists outside of a person that then becomes the problem. I know these sound like super stoned thoughts or whatever. I'm not even stoned. I'm cold sober right now for sure. And I really worry about letting things, it's like just like this trash can that's full of trash in my house that's starting to smell because I don't have a can in the garage to transfer it to. Like, these problems in your brain will start to smell, and there won't be anything you can do about them until you get it out. And that's what this is just getting it out. And that's what these things are. These driving talks, those shower talks that I do, the Patreon content, that's what those are for. That's what these are for, where I really talk about things that are kind of, personal issues in my life that, really don't get the opportunity to hear me talk about these things a lot. So I think that's what makes these types of interactions that I have with you guys a lot more rare. But that being said, I'm finding a spot now. Hopefully there's one nearby. I could have gotten a spot over there, but somebody else kind of pulling right into that one. So there are all these back end spots here. Is that one? No. I'm gonna have to keep going up. I've been getting lucky in this one spot. Up here. But every day I've shown up to that spot, there's less available spots than there were the day before. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I'm not going to be streaming a lot this week. It's not because I got my asshole chewed out last night in VR chat, because apparently I'm playing an old game and I can't get my camera angle right for the secret show and I'm releasing a bad product. That's not why I'm not streaming a lot this week. It's because of South by Southwest, and it's so fucking busy in Austin, and there's so much. There's just so many people. Found a spot. Roll Tide, guys.